Mr. Pig.
Man is back.
Alright, do what you're gonna do for the people today. Lightweight, perfect form, endless reps.
That's set number 9, man.
Oh, so you've already been at this for a while, eh?
After yesterday, man. I mean, a long ass warm up today.
How'd you pull up?
Well, number one, I had a really bad night, which is uncharacteristic after a night shift.
Did you walk out of bed or did you roll out of bed?
Man. Broken up sleep. I didn't get cramps, but it just felt like uncomfortable the whole night. I didn't really sleep well, and then this morning I woke up with DOMS already. Like usually DOMS are, 48-hour thing, but hit me right away. Adductors, quads, glutes, everything but the hemis. The hemis are feeling alright. But yeah, just really, really sore. I knew that yesterday when I was pushing through those reps, man. I knew I was going to be screwed. So today, long warm up. Try and get the blood in there. And my little guy said, how are you going to pull up tomorrow? Like, what are you going to do tomorrow? Movement is medicine, man. You just got to move. If I just stayed on the couch, I'd be feeling sorry for myself the whole day. But I'm already feeling better than I was like an hour ago. It's just something about blood, man. You just keep moving and...
Movement, but with a lighter session, obviously,
yeah,
right? So
yeah.
mostly deadlifts today.
Yeah, so I'll do 10 sets of 10 with 40 kilos deadlift, which is nothing really. It's just movement. And then I'll put some blocks underneath these guys here, with somebody called 4 inches. It's probably 4 inches, about 10 centimeters, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just do that and just work on the hamstrings and posterior chain and voila.
Okay.
Once I do that, I'll get into some sort of squats. I don't know what I'll do there. I'll just do something.
180 for one?
Yeah. When good days and bad days. That's what I felt like the other day as well, after the deadlift session when I was sore. As these warm-up sets go along, I just feel better and better. I just start releasing more and more, and it's already feeling loose. Whereas before, like earlier in the day, I'd be sitting on the couch for a little bit, and then after like 5 minutes I go to get up and it's like, oh, Never ever have bed rest. Don't do it, man. It's the worst thing. But people misunderstand me. They're like, oh, you should have a day off tomorrow. This is a day off, man. This is basically a day off. Like, what am I doing?
Well, we'll be able to know if it's a day off when we see you squat. Because realistically, you can have a day off from the deadlifts anytime you want, right? It's not called deadlift every day.
Yeah, exactly. But the funny thing is, like, I was watching something on the net, and there was some guy that popped up. I don't even know who the guy was, but he held some record in the squat and the deadlift in his weight class. He looks to be a natural, skinnier guy, whatever. And so he's really good at the squat and the deadlift, but he's quite shitty at the bench press. And he spoke about that for a little bit. And I thought it's really interesting how balanced he is in the lower body. Like the squat and the deadlift seem to me to feed off each other. I don't know. When I'm doing this, I feel like this prepares me for this.
A lot of guys said that to you in the comments. I noticed that. A lot of guys are like, I tried this for the first time, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
It helped.
Yeah. I mean, we just need to get out of the mindset that every single time we go into the gym and touch the barbell, it's like balls out effort, we're killing ourselves. It's fine. Like, people said, oh, the whole active recovery thing the research says you go for like a light walk, or you go for like a light bike ride or something like that. Why can't it be squats? Just keep it really light. Like, I don't think it's the walking motion. I think it's about just light exercise. It does not matter what it is. So like, if you're not up for walking, you don't have to walk, man. Like, it's not about the walking, it's about the intensity.
I think you just dropped the title of today's vid. Why can't it be squats?
Why can't it be squats? Exactly. And you know, I mean, a lot of you guys are saying I can't be screwed squatting every day, and I get that. Like, you know, if you're not crazy about this like I am, that's cool. But to criticize somebody for squatting every day, active recovery, that's not active recovery. Well, it is, man. Like, if 40 kilos, man, well, what is it going to be?
Anyway,
so,
more lifting, less talking.
So that was 10, man. So what I'm going to do is put the blocks underneath.
Good.
And I'll start getting the stretch on. I'll do 10 sets of 10 of this. So this is going to be 200.
Do you ever vary how many blocks you put underneath? Is it always the same height?
It is. I haven't been really using blocks for a whole long time, but like if you, I'll show you in a sec. My feet are already kind of like almost blotting them out in this. So like maybe I can put another 2 blocks, and then basically I won't be able to put my feet underneath. Or maybe even 1 block. But not more than that. Because then the barbells are getting in the way.
Yeah. Alright, go for it.
Alright. And that feels so good. I don't know why it feels so good, but it really does.
The stretchiness.
Yeah. I want to think of the term. There's an acronym to describe. It comes from the rehab world. Some doctor came up with it. It wasn't like a sporting thing. Some doc came up with this. I always forget the term. Basically, it's a stretching routine where you contract the muscle at its longest point.
Look it up. Look it up afterwards and put in the description.
Yeah, I'll look it up. But basically, it's neuromuscular facilitated or something like that. Anyway, so that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm stretching the muscle to its maximum length, and then I'm contracting it by going backwards from a really long state. And the research says that that's the most effective way to gain flexibility in the muscle, is to teach the nerve, teach the muscle that it's safe at the end range. Anyway.
Alright, that's nice.
I'll look it up. I'll maybe put it on the screen. It always kind of escapes me.
So, for those of you who are with us on a regular basis, you guys would know that the Evo didn't get enough votes the other day. So there's certainly not going to be anyone talking about that today. But for those of you with a keen eye, you would have noticed something else here that's yellow and shiny. Something that we pulled out of the inside of the house. And it looks like it's signed by the man himself. You want to tell people before your next set what's with all the NBA jerseys and what's with this one in particular?
It's actually a cool story about this. So this fella's name is Djuric. So how do you describe him? He's from Yugoslavia. He's probably one of the first European basketballers to make it to the NBA. And he kind of opened the gate for the European players, and now you certainly see the NBA completely transformed because of the influence from Europe. You've got these big dudes who are shooting threes and passing really well and whatnot. But he was the first one to do it. He was the trailblazer. So he's many years retired now, and probably 5 years ago, I think, he made his way to Adelaide here, South Australia, for a fundraiser event. Came to the local town hall, and he was basically raising money for the orphanages and the displaced children after the civil war that happened in Yugoslavia. And anyway, we rocked up. We wanted to see the man. This is kind of the only live person from the NBA that we've kind of ever seen. And so he was auctioning some stuff, and one of the auction items was this Djuric jersey. At the time, it wasn't signed. It wasn't anything. But yeah, the cameraman and myself, we went across, sat there, and we didn't discuss anything about anything. We were just there for the sake of like the superstar, and then the auction picked up like $500, $600, $700, and all of a sudden the cameraman stuck his hand up and started bidding. And I was like, "The hell are you doing, man? We're gonna spend that much money on a jersey?"
The cameraman gave you a heart attack?
Yeah, man. Anyway, I think we got to around like $1,400 or something like that, and I just leaned over and I said to him, "We're gonna go halves. Just take it to whatever you want."
And then, so hold on a sec. But there's 3 names over here. Who's the third name?
Well, the third guy is the second cameraman. That's the third dude. He was the guy that recorded yesterday. Anyway, we ended up getting it, and after the fact, we met him, we shook his hand, we spoke to him and his wife, and you know.
Then we called the second cameraman, who's actually calling me right now as we speak. Speak of the devil, and so we called him up and we said we just went halves on a Djuric's jersey for a fair chunk of change, and he said let's make that thirds. And what happens now is that jersey goes from household to household each year.
That's right.
And this year is your year.
Yeah. But yeah, it's epic. So you guys see me all the time wearing these NBA jerseys. Like the 3 of us have basically grown up playing basketball, collecting these jerseys over the years. We all had our kind of favorite player growing up, and we just collected these jerseys. And then probably a good 5 years, like all of our jerseys were kind of just stocked up somewhere in like the back,
sitting in a bag,
and then it just occurred to me one day, like, you know, I was talking to my wife and she was like, "What are we gonna do with these jerseys?" And I said, "Look, I'm gonna start wearing them for the YouTube channel. Why not? Like, why am I wearing these, you know, normal tank tops when I can wear the NBA?" Anyway, so now they're kind of re-entered our lives, and this is the holy grail of it all, really. Like, this is the actual one that actually matters the most.
I love this because you're like hell-bent on this being a weightlifting channel, and you don't want any gimmicks, any distractions, which is respectable because it seems like a lot of people are sick and tired of all the fluff out there. But the one thing that you pay homage to on a daily basis because of what you wear is the NBA.
Yeah.
You got people in the chat asking you, you know, can you dunk? Can you do this? Can you do that? What's your vertical? So all these things might be things that we test out one day, huh?
Well, it's definitely part of my identity, you know. I mean, there's a story behind these NBA jerseys. It's not just the fact that I just bought it for no reason. This is my childhood, really. Anyway,
let the first cameraman come on, do a set because too much talking. There we go. The first cameraman might turn into a coach. Get that shit up, boy. See, I can make him giggle when he's got 40 in his hands. If that was 200, I'd be quiet like a mouse, like a church mouse. Alright.
There we go.
And there's the squat bar getting in our way. Good job, man.
This is going to be the real test. This is where the soreness will come back, but I've done a heat warm up on the deadlift, so let's feel the mobility today. Oh! I'm gonna have to sit here for a bit. Oh!
Where do you feel it?
The adductors, man. I literally feel like they're slowly giving way. The adductors, a little bit on the glutes. Nothing on the quads right now, but on the way down I was feeling the quads as well. The adductors. Oh, man. They almost feel like they're bruised. Some motion into them. So stiff. Alright, let's put some weight on. Let's see, 160. Let's see how handy feels. It's feeling better and better as I go along. Alright, 160, I'll leave it there. It's the best I've felt all day. The perfusion of the legs is really good. So, some of you guys are going to say, man, that's way too heavy for a recovery day, but you know, there's no volume there, there's no, you know, really heavy intensity. And yeah, it's a really muggy day today, that's why I'm kind of sweating, but other than that, there hasn't been much work today. But still better than bed rest. Alright guys, catch you in the next one.